because this first
Way
description,
back in the day.
this first description would fit her perfectly. 15-year-old Kia Keys is renowned for being overly dramatic. There it is.
What?
Now, that's according to her family. This 15-year-old admits she overreacts to everything, like a certain female on the show.
Since birth.
But family also has to admit that Kia's hysteria was justified a week ago on April 16th when she got a message that her boyfriend had been in an accident.
Oh!
Kia received a call and was told there had been a bang and he was bleeding on the ground. And that's all she got. And the location.
Sounds like he got shot.
Right. Now, see, that's what I thought. The bang.
Yes.
She says, 15-year-old Kia says she thought he had been hit by a car. Okay, bang, like the car is hitting whatever.
Oh, that's sweet.
Either
Okay.
way, she's racing to get there. This is in Missouri. She arrives at a car park, and there is her boyfriend, Richard Fisher.
Dick.
Really appropriate.
Yeah, Dick Fisher. Really?
Really appropriate.
He's been in an accident. Yeah, that's not nice.
Yeah, he's on the floor
Boom. Bleeding.
with blood coming out of his mouth.
Oh, poor Dick.
Oh, no.
He's not moving.
Oh, poor little Dick.
Yeah, very funny. Real
Keeping
nice.
it going.
Real nice. Yeah, right.
See what we're doing here.
She hasn't even picked up the cue yet. She's like, little Dick. 'cause
The body's
he's a kid.
still warm.
Oh.
He's totally unresponsive.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, come on. Unresponsive dick joke. Come
Ooh,
on.
come on.
Come on, Don. Give it to me. What's worse than an unresponsive dick?
What, you can't get it up?
Get up, Dick.
Oh, damn it.
She clutches the head of her boyfriend. They've been going out for 6 months, but I mean, come on.
6 months is like an eternity
Right.
at 15.
Yes, right? She's going to marry him.
Oh, absolutely. They're going to have children, blah, blah, blah.
And she's overly dramatic, so she is crying hysterically.
Yeah.
She's calling out his name. I believe she calls him Richard because that's his name. I don't know for sure.
Well, she shouldn't be using the other word.
What if a person's name is that? What? You're as bad as these California legislators.
Strangest rules.
No child under 18 should say the name Dick.
Oh, I wouldn't make a law about it.
You would.
No, I
yes,
wouldn't.
You would. Oh, the laws you would make.
Goats for everyone.
Mandatory. You don't have a choice.
No goats, no go.
A goat in every living room. That's what she'll run on. So she's not. So she, not Dawn, but 15-year-old Kia. She's calling out his name. She's holding on. He's got blood coming out of his mouth.
Out of his mouth?
Yes, still. See, you were too busy making your Richard jokes earlier.
I was.
There's friends and family around because he was at this car park, and of course they called her, so she's waiting to hear the ambulance sirens and all that. Where's the
the
ambulance?
wee
Yeah, hello?
And then, after a few moments, or minutes, is the way the story is reported, her boyfriend, Richard, opens his eyes,
Oh.
and he's covered in blood.
Oh, no.
And he says to her, and I quote, "I've been dying to ask you to the prom."
Wow.
Oh, no.
You've been
jerk.
dicked.
Kia
No.
screams out, "You're so annoying,"
Oh, my God.
That's so cute.
before accepting his invitation through a flurry of tears. And at this point, we don't know if the tears are she thought he was dead or now she's so happy
You're so
yeah.
bad.
that he asked her to the prom. Now, one thing that Kia didn't notice is that her own aunt was in the background when she arrived, Kiki Claffin, and she was filming the whole thing because she was in on it.
Why are you filming this? He's about to die.
Kia's aunt says, quote, she first told him back in January, which would be like, 2 months into dating, because they only been dating 6 months.
It's
Yeah, but they
serious.
knew.
That
Yeah, 2 months.
she told him in January she wanted a promposal that was so romantic it would make her cry.
Oh, nothing says romance like blood.
He poured his heart out to her.
The aunt says he was going to be romantic at first, but the more she nagged him, the more he changed his mind.
I like it.
So he was originally going to do something really nice.
Oh, I like how he handles her.
That's a Richard move right there.
A few
You're
minutes.
a big dick.
A few minutes after the prank was revealed, she was laughing and smiling again, more relieved she was not hurt. The aunt says they're a wonderful couple. Okay.
All right.
Over it.
The prom is on April 28th, and they're both very excited. And when he got up, a friend of theirs when he actually got off the ground, handed him the sign that he stood there with in front of her. I'm dying to take
Nice
you to the
blood.
prom.
That's great.
You got blood.
Yeah,
When you look at it, it's like this. Only a 15-year-old would fall for this. It looks more like bad lipstick application on the guy in terms of the blood coming out of his mouth, and she's still crying at that moment. I'm so happy that you asked me to the prom. Oh, and that you're alive too. That's great too. Yeah.
It's the Rob, Anybody, and Dawn Show.